no cabin fever today. With us today is John Thompson from Mattermost, and he will be telling us a little bit about taming the DevOps toolchain. And without further ado, I'd like to hand over to John.
Hi there. We're very pleased to be here to join today's session, and thanks to Kreuzwerker for allowing us the opportunity to present to you all. My name's John Thompson. I'm a Director of Solution Architecture at Mattermost, so I help customers from initial conversations through to trials, through to deployments, adopting the service, and getting the most out of integrating Mattermost into their DevOps toolchain. We've got a Q&A session at the end, so please feel free to post any questions and I'll get to them as we go. So we see a problem working with a number of our customers that is a kind of common pattern that's coming through. It's another day, it's another tool. So with every tool comes the challenge of not only learning the semantics of it, the interfaces, the operating models and the error handling, but also you're trying to ensure that every change you make is exposed to the right teams and systems so that the responsible entity is aware of what's been done, when and by whom. So with this, there's some complexity here, there's context switching, there's challenges around visibility and responsiveness. And what Mattermost is providing is a way to integrate these apps into the tool chain, provide a level of automation, get that communication in one place to hopefully improve your efficiency and effectiveness. Just want to touch on some of the key value items within Mattermost that we like to talk about to our customers. So from an access perspective, we've got desktop and browser apps that provide a consistent experience. And for those who need a secure mobile solution, you have the ability to run private messaging on our iOS and Android apps. Security is mandatory. It's very important to how we develop our code, and we know that it's important for you as organizations, as you're sharing information like your code repositories, your code information, company sensitive information, or PII. So we ensure data is secured in the right way, and with the necessary access control and auditing around that. From a compliance perspective, this can differ dependent upon the industry and the regulatory standards that you've got, but we allow for that kind of flexibility with export, access controls to the data, retention rules around that as well. Additionally, this is self-hosted solution, so we're not a SaaS provider who has access to this data as well. So it means that our security-focused clients can deploy this knowing that it fits within their security posture. From a packaging perspective, we deal with a breadth of customers, so that could be people that are doing more legacy waterfall deployments or people that are in the DevSecOps arena. So, you know, if you want to deploy this as your favorite Linux distro, then great, that's a possible for you. Also, if you want to deploy containers or on a Kubernetes platform, you've got that flexibility. And flexibility is key around deployment as well. So this is a self-hosted solution. So it works within your organization security policies already, and it can be deployed on any of your private cloud services as well. So that could be AWS VPC, Azure, or Google as well. One of our key parts of our product and our business is open source. So we are an open source product. We have over 1,000 active code contributors to help us develop the product, the core product, and also the integrations as well. Our entire code base is open, and we've got a framework and a community that you're able to join and contribute very easily to. And of course, the core product is absolutely free. Before I dive into a demo, I just want to start off with an example and a promise. So the example I'll share is from Bank of America. At Bank of America, there was an SRE team with a disparate set of people, processes and systems. So without cohesion, incident management and system outages were often painful. As a result of that, it took around 20 minutes to engage people on new incidents reporting to that SRE team. So you can imagine the impact of that in your organization, and definitely for Bank of America, that hits bottom line and it hits profits. So with Mattermost, what we were able to do was to reduce that engagement time on those SRE minutes down to 1 to 2 minutes. And there's a direct impact there to their service levels and also the costs that they're able to save by getting that service back up in a much quicker time. So my promise to you from here is that I'll show you how you can use Mattermost and Atlassian to have the same impact for your team's operations. So I'm just going to switch over to my instance of Mattermost. So as we can see here, we've got our channels set up on the left-hand side, and we've got our service desk channel. So we're working on a project and a product called Phoenix at the moment. So the scenario here is around incident response. And what we can see is that we've just received a new alert into our service desk channel. This is alert for our Phoenix service. We can see there's an alarm associated with it, and it's with our AWS instance of where it's hosted. So we have an AWS SNS set up to notify Opsgenie. And within Mattermost, we've got the Opsgenie integration set up. And we can see here, we've got quite rich / command capabilities within the Opsgenie integration. And so what I'm going to do is immediately just acknowledge that alert. So by running that / command, I've acknowledged that alert within Opsgenie. I've said that we've accepted that and we're going to be starting working on that. We can do some triage and we can do some investigation at that first line service desk, but what we might want to do is escalate that through to our developers or engineers to investigate. So if I post a message into the channel, I can then also use our Jira integration to create a Jira issue. So I can create that through to the projects that I have permissions to within Jira based upon my user account. And I can create the task and the issue directly from Mattermost. So this minimizes any context switching that we need to do. So just completing the simple form will create the issue. It actually posts it into the channel as well, so everybody in service desk knows that the service desk engineer has actually escalated that. And we can go through to Jira as well, and we can see that obviously that ticket's been created. There's a link back to that message in Mattermost as well, so you've got a link between the two systems. And what I can do is actually go through and update the Jira issue here and accept it and assign it to myself to work on that. So what we can see is that there's been a notification going back into Mattermost as well, and that's gone into our product Phoenix channel. And that's where our developers hang out, that's where our product managers are working, and they can see that the issue's been raised, and also it's been triaged and assigned to myself as well. So if I'm a developer and I'm an engineer working on this product, I know that we did a release recently, so I can go and have a look in the build channel and see if there's any useful information in there. So I can see that we did a release, Phoenix release the other day, and I know that we were changing some of the configurations. So I can go back into our product channel, and we've actually got our Bitbucket repo set up in the channel header. So we've got a convenient link set up here. And if I click through on that, that takes me through to the configuration that I know that we pushed the other day. I'll go in and look at that because I can see something obvious that was just a mistake in the file. So we need to forward port 83 to 443, and also I know we updated our certificates, so it doesn't look like the config picked that up. So I'll create a commit, I'll create a pull request, and we'll update the configuration directly in Bitbucket. I can merge that into master, and we can see again, if I go back to Mattermost, that we're getting these updates into the product channel as well. So people can see that I'm working on the incident, I'm fixing the problem. And now we've got our code updated, we can go through to our build channel and let's run a build. So I'll push that build through. We'll look to repair the config and push that through to production so we can get our service up and running and the alert resolved. We've got success there on the job, so that's great. If I revert back to service desk now, I know that we've, by having visibility within the channels, the service desk person can see that the Opsgenie alert has been triaged, it's been acknowledged, the Jira issue was created, the updates were made in Bitbucket through to the repo, and then also a build was pushed through to production as well. So by doing some tests in the background, they're able to see that that's working, and then they can go back to the Genie / command, back to Opsgenie, and they're able to go through and close that alert. So you can see by integrating Mattermost into the Atlassian suite that you are able to have responsiveness to your incidents and resolve them much more quickly. Hopefully what we can show with Mattermost is that you have that centralized interface, you've got a standardized experience, and the transparency makes it very simple and easy for you to securely manage your incidents as well. Just on a final point around Mattermost, there are 3 key differentiators for us. One is high trust, so you can deploy Mattermost behind your firewall, self-hosted, on-premises. Therefore, you've got full control of your data and you can host it and control who has access to it. It's built for tech teams, so we've got an open REST API, a rich plugin framework with bots, and you can integrate with your tools very richly with the Atlassian suite. From an access and control perspective, Mattermost is trusted by some of the most secure organizations on the planet to deliver the granular security that they need. And finally, there's a few links here that I can share in the presentation afterwards as well. But if you love open source and want to contribute, then please get involved with our community. If you want to give Mattermost a spin, then you can download it. We've got a Docker instance there that you can easily get up and running. If your company is interested, then please get in touch and have a look at a trial. And if you want some leisurely reading on Go's idiomatic error handling, or on the other end of the spectrum about emoji usage, then please follow our blog. Thank you for your time today, and if there are any questions, then please let me know.
Thank you very much for the very insightful demo today. So towards the audience, there is a Q&A box at the bottom of your screen. So if you have any questions, just pop the questions right in there, and then John will be happy to answer them live. Okay, so if there's no questions for you, then thanks again, John. Thanks for being part of No Cabin Fever today, and I hope to see you all again on tomorrow's talk, Do's and Don'ts for Smart Workflows by Andreas Schmidt from Yasun. So tune in tomorrow, same time, same place, and enjoy the rest of the day.
Thank you.
Take care, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.